and I'm getting mighty tired of your trifling ways and of listening to that jackass Bray.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
For all time's sake. As time goes by.
Okay. I published over 50 poems and sent it to the Library of Congress. The ink from my soul. Like, I have all that shit. I still got it. I don't listen, I don't play when it comes to my shit. You feel me? Because my ideas are like my brain children. They like my kids. I don't fuck around. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So Rel met me on that energy with that. And I was pussyfooting around starting comedy. And Rel was the first one to tell me to go to, Jokes and Notes. And that's where, I had my first set that was amazing. I had been doing shit at bars locally, getting my confidence together, trying to get my little material together and shit. But my very first set of Jokes and Notes, I had an out-of-body experience because it went so well. And I was like, oh my God, that's me. I used to watch motherfuckers do this for years. And I'm really doing this. And I wrote that. And oh my God, I wrote that. And then within 6 months, I was doing Jimmy Fox Palooza. And that was a whole nother experience. Okay, amen, fast forward. Rel was fucking everything that moved. We just go jump fast forward. Rel was fucking everything that moved. Everything that moved. Everything that moved. It was disrespectful. Okay, so we parted ways. I broke up with that nigga around Valentine's Day 2007. But I loved his family. His family reminded me of good times. There was just so much love in that house. And him and his mom and me had the same birthday. I loved his mom. Okay, me and his mama was tight. Okay, but he was fucking everything that moved. Okay, so nigga, get out of here. All right. While he was with me, my ex-boo, who we never officially got together and had a thing, but we never really cared because we enjoyed each other's company. And we had like this awesome, yet toxic, yet codependent bond. We'll get more into that in a little bit, but we had that going on. And he told Rel, we got to fast forward, whatever. He told Rel, hey man, you got a good girl. Don't cheat on her like that. Don't do her like that or whatever. Rel, dumbass. Man, fuck Dion. He need to worry about his bitch. Why he trying to tell me what to do with my bitch? This nigga told you to expect, hey, you got a good girl. You need to calm down. Okay? Amen. Real quick, real back in the story. I met this motherfucker in college. Didn't know it. I was 18. I still a virgin. It was crazy. His son wasn't even born yet. This is so random. I was the poetry batch. And he got booked to host the show, a talent show on my campus. And flirted with me. But my ass was so focused on my art and shit. Like, I kind of was like, nervous laughter and walk away. But he was all like, I had on like some spandex pants and some shit. And like man, listen, my C cups used to be popping. I don't know what the fuck this is right now. It's a B something. I don't know what the fuck. But my C cups was popping, okay? And he was like, what are you wearing them pants? And I was like, well, thanks, sir. Random as fuck. Meet him again later on in life. Now we're both comics. And I hated that nigga when I met him later in life. Because the first time I met him, that was the first time I met him on Poetry Big shit. The next time I ever seen him again in life, I'm already a comedian. And it was my first time at Jokes and Notes. And I'm serious about this new thing, comedy, that I found. I love this shit. We'll get into that a little bit, but I love this shit. I'm serious about this. I see how these other dudes are treat me. They treat me like I'm new pussy. No, I'm not. I had a boyfriend at the time and shit, a nigga I met in church. I would listen. I was one of those bitches. We was on the media ministry together. Real shit. You had your first challenge. Listen, we was on the media ministry together. You understand? And like that was my church fool. And we was dating. We was a little couple. Dude, we went to the comedy club together. They told us the fuck. Oh, look at them motherfuckers walking around looking like a prom picture. Nigga, that was roasted. It was hilarious. You know, like I got a rule. I'm like Damon Wayans. If it's funny, I let it slide. Damon Wayans is a Virgo. His birthday, I think his birthday 4 days before mine. Virgo. If it's funny, I'm gonna let it slide because it's funny. Like, if it's funny, that's how you can get over with me. It's got to be funny though. If the shit's corny, I'm coming for you. But if it's funny, I don't care. They was letting us have it. You know, look at them niggas looking like a prom picture. Marlon, you asshole. But the niggas, Marlon was walking around the comedy club. You know how motherfuckers be posing for prom, they got their head on their side and shit. This nigga kept walking past us doing this. You know, look at the niggas. He's an idiot. Shout out to Marlon, Team Taurus. Marlon, I met him through my former best friend who I don't fuck with. We'll get to her in a moment. I met him through her because her mama did hair and knew his people. And he brought me in like, yo, this is what you got to do, blah, blah, blah. So Marlon was like my early mentor. And him and Dion was like this. And what I loved about comedy, like I told you, I was the shy, quiet kid. Comedy was like this thing that put everything I ever loved in life in one umbrella. With comedy and through comedy, it was like I found the answers to everything I had been searching for my entire life. I was a quiet kid, you know, but I always was a very intent people watcher. I watch the fuck out of people and their patterns. Even when I act like I don't, I be looking. You know, I like, it's interesting to me. Human behavior is interesting to me because it's so contradictory. You know what I mean? And I be wondering what make people do what they do. Why they be doing that? Like I just do, right? Okay. And comedy gave me more confidence. Especially coming up in a house where, you know, people don't have the words to express themselves with love. You know, we never really said I love you in my house, like for real. Like it was real rare. We never really, yo, you know what? Bitch, I love you. Like you know what I'm saying? It was so rare. We got all this stuff, all these possessions, all this material, this big ass house, all this shit. Motherfuckers don't even know how to say I love you. We don't have basic human skills in this bitch. Okay? And comedy, before comedy, right? I always felt like I had so much to say, but I couldn't say it. So I always kept my notebooks. Bitch, wait. Old habits die hard. I don't be playing out here. And I would keep my notebooks and I would just write and write and write. And that's how I got into poetry, because things that I couldn't feel like I could say out loud, I could write it in my notebook. I could go to some poetry slam. And blah, 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 and then blah, 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 boom. Oh shit, bitch, that was deep. Like, you know? It was that, right? Somewhere, you know, after college or whatever, I'm in the real world now. And I'm like, you know, there's more to life than being deep. Or, you know what because that was at least the poems I kept writing. Like, I mean, when do shadows cry? I wrote that when I was 19. Right. Never I love you, hugs. I'm serious. We weren't that family. And it's kind of sad when you think about it, but motherfuckers was doing the best they can. I mean, you know what I'm saying? As much as you can complain about things, you still have to find the joy. You do. Because there were, you know, hey, I could have not had a father at all. I could have not known where I came from. You know what I mean? And I do. And this motherfucker ain't shit right now. And whether I'm leaving that to God. I ain't checking for it no time soon. I'm finna do me, but it is what it is. Okay. So fast forward, I was that bitch, and comedy gave me this freedom. It's like, dude, as long as the end result is laughter, as long as it's funny, I can do things. You know, it allowed me to combine everything I ever loved and everything that was really me. I could be myself without trying to hide it, without trying to, like, that's what addicted me to comedy so much. Like, before, you know, there would be parts of me that I can't show them that. Oh, I can't say that. Oh, I can't, you know. Comedy, the more I was me, the more people loved it, the more they was here for it, because it was real. I would say, dude, like I say, everybody got insecurities, right? And this is one of my old jokes, but I add to it. I be fluctuating it. It depends on how I feel, what direction I take this joke. But it always gets a laugh, no matter race, color, creed, country. I've done this out the country, city, state. It's not regional, because it's just factual, universal truth. Okay? Okay. Everybody be real insecure. And so I got this one joke where I'm like, if my man cheat on me with an ugly bitch, it don't even count. Like, I don't even count that shit. Like, he could be telling me, oh, yeah, I'm about to go fuck Garga. But yeah. Be back at 10 o'clock. I got to do these dishes. Ain't I got time to fuck around with you. Why are you telling me this petty shit? Get the fuck out of here. If that's the best you can do, nigga, I won. I'm keeping you. You know what I mean? But if you come through this house with a bitch that look better than me, now we got to fight. Because what the fuck you trying to say? Like, what are you really trying to say? What's really going on? Nigga, you trying to upgrade behind my back? What are you really doing? And the thing about that joke that gets people is because it don't matter how you look. You could be, and I like name like classically beautiful people. You know, I go through, you could be Kim K, you could be Halle Berry. I change all kind of the, you know, I pick different beauties, you know, based off of whatever I'm around, right? But it's like, I pick all kind of people. And it's like, but it's real, and it gets a laughter from the old people, young people, because we all got some form of insecurity. Like, I would like to think that I have pretty good taste in men. Okay. And I've dated some, you know, some fine ones. Okay. And as fine as they can be in their own right, them motherfuckers be insecure as fuck. What? I could never look around with no dark-skinned dude with pretty straight white teeth around there. That nigga have a heart. What the fuck you doing? Hey, you already know. We had sex in my mind. Look. You know who I am. You know what I'm on. Yes, I saw. He'd catch me peeping. He got straight. You over there looking at that dude, ain't you? What? Why don't you mind your business? Why are you in my business? We fucked in my mind twice, if you must know. Like, and you better not bring no motherfucker. Shut up. Like, motherfuckers be insecure out here. Okay? It don't matter. We all got that button. Everybody. Around the right looking person, that button get activated. Hey. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? But if they ugly, hey, you listen, use some protection and shut the fuck up. Because it's real. But if they ugly, hey, you listen, use some protection and shut the fuck up. Because it's real. Hey, I got to do these dishes. Ain't nobody fucking with you. Come back at 10. Okay? Use some protection. And come back. Because that's how I live my life. And it's awesome being that way. When I tell you I really love my life, I really, really love my life. And I really mean it. In all stages. The grind part, all of that. Okay? Now, the thing about Wild Now, motherfuckers was treating me like that was like the best thing I ever did. And, you know, like they was treating me like, you know, that was my greatest accomplishment. It was like, no, it was a good platform. It was a good look. It was.
It was a good look. But nah, I mean, it kind of low key was a little shitty because the way they treated me was kind of fucked up, you know. And I was such a professional. I only shared that information with selected people, not even many, like 2 or 3, you know. And they ain't shit because especially if they industry friends, like they trying to get looks and shit, you know. So whatever, you know. They're you know, she said, you know, you niggas wasn't shit when she worked for y'all. Damn, bitch, shut up. What the fuck are you doing? You think they get friends. Listen, you don't know if they your friends until your life turned into the movie Heat, okay? But, you know, I was professional though. Anytime people ask me about the shit, oh man, it was dope, it was great experiment, I had so much fun. Cause I did have fun. I did, but I'm one of them silver lining type motherfuckers. Even through the shitty parts of it, and we'll get a little deep into that because there's a lot of tea to uncover with that. Even through some of the shitty parts of it, I was like, man, but shit, I've been wanting to be on this show since 2005. I've been wanting to, you know. That's why I'm not talking to Tequila Lopez, my former best friend. Like, because when shit was out, I'm like, damn, I'm just accomplishing all my little 2005 dreams. I'm like, it came a little late, but bitch, it came. And she wasn't really happy for me. I say that to say, the thing that made Wildin' Out different, because I was doing other things. We got to get into it a little bit. I was doing other things. That were dope. That were lit. I'm going to explain to you how it's lit. Shout out to DJ Khaled. I feel, we're going to get there. We're going to get there. But they were lit. But Wildin' Out was that thing because it's so large, people couldn't deny me no more, was the thing. For the ways that people tried to play me short, play me small, talk to me, or diss me like I wasn't out here doing shit, or, you know, even my ex-husband, like treat me like what I'm doing is a hobby, but it finances our lifestyle. Nigga, you never been on a plane until I bought you a ticket. What are you talking about? Where the fuck you think that money comes from? The sky? What is wrong with you? You know, it makes me angry to my core for people to have people that do not know me, yo, to have the audacity to talk to me like I'm lazy or whatever, when it's like, at one point, I was doing background. I had a side hustle with DSW. I was bartending, waiting tables, hosting my own comedy show where I book the talent and perform weekly. Weekly. It was my spot. Still grabbing spots around town and helping a nigga manifest his comedy dreams. Are you out your fucking mind? Lazy where? Like my first year, I was going to HBO like every fucking, I don't remember how often we used to go to HBO, but we, the people I used to be in the room with, and this is why I say shout out to DJ Khaled. I saw him on Drink Champs, and he said something that like touched me because it's how I be feeling about shit. And you know, people play things small, especially when they trying to play you. They play shit small. George was, and I'm not the only one. That's the other thing. Like I used to feel fucked up for years until I found out there were other. You know what I mean? Because when people are predators, there's always other people. But I talked specifically to another bitch that he pulled, 2 bitches back actually, that he pulled the same shit with, and it was like, see, but it'd be like, you know, nobody want to hear you. They don't want to hear that shit. Cause bitch, I see you, bitch. You be out there doing it, and it's like, no, nigga. I told this nigga no several times. Mother was always making inappropriate comments about my panties, all this other shit. And you be trying to your best to keep it professional, especially when they OGs and they got more time in the game than you and more leverage than you. You the motherfucker that hosts the weekends here, and we all trying to get weekend spots because we want that weekend money. You know what I'm saying? So no, I'm not trying to be enemies with you, but nigga, keep it cool. Oh yeah, I make it outside. Okay. Then it's another one. So then, out the blue, and I feel this was on purpose. I was broken up with Real. Okay. I got a call from him. This was April 2007. You know about this show in Beaumont, Texas and shit. Because Dreamgirls had just came on DVD, and me and Real went to go see Dreamgirls in December when it came out in the theater, and we broke up by Valentine's Day. And so that's how I always can remember the timeline of the story and shit. But like it was April 2007, and you know he's like, "Hey, you've been working on your time. I seen your jokes and notes. Your acting's getting stronger. How much time you think you got?" I was like, "How much time you need?" Like, what we doing? He's like, can you do 20 minutes? I can give you 20 minutes, yeah. He was like, all right, I got 200 for you, blah, 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 skitty. I'm going to pay for your flight. We're going to get your hotel. They got you together, da-da-da-da. I'm like, cool. Because, like, the point of doing this is to get paid and do it. And especially in them times, you know, you get work off referral. You know, my very first show for comedy getting paid was $25. And that wasn't uncommon. Like, motherfucker, we was doing spots for 25, 50, and then, like, especially back in these times, what you do is this method called stacking. You find out, okay, you get on the phone, you call them comments, hey, you got some room in your show? Yo, can I get down? Okay, how much is that? Okay, cool. And then, you know, whatever they say is $50. Okay, you call them, hey, you can, and you're trying to put together a little run, and you just go and you collect your money. And so bartending is where, because April 2007 is when I officially came a bartender Friday. That was lit because I know I'm going to get that 100, 200. I know it. I don't even have to think about it. I'm going to just sit there and make my drinks. I'll be on autopilot. I was the fastest bartender at my store. Like, I was getting them recipes, banging it out. They had me working. Any weekend that I wasn't working at Jokes and Notes or had weekend work, I knew I was at the bar. And I knew I was going to get all that weekend money. Because I'm going to keep all them drinks running. Ain't nobody going to wait on drinks in the whole restaurant. Whole restaurant lit. Bar area lit. I'm in there busting it down. Bam, 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 bam. Me and all the bartenders, we split our tips. We go home. I'm getting that and I'm getting show money. Okay? All right. So I say I'm gonna do the show, whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. He like, all right, we got your flight, we got your hotel, cool. You don't even have to worry about that. Like, in there, we paying for all of it. Okay, cool. The day before the show, I performed at Jokes and Notes, and it was something about the way he was acting that night. You know, he just made me real uncomfortable, and I had to check him. And I was like, hey, look, we going on the road tomorrow. I don't want to deal with none of this. Like, I already told you. I was like, so give me your word that we gonna be cool. And he's like, I just be playing. These are just jokes. I'm just joking. I'm not stressing you. I'm trying to relieve the stress. Yeah. So the nigga lied. Okay. We get to Texas. We get to Beaumont, Texas. He was coming from another show. Rodney Perry was also on the show, and he was coming from another city too. I was the only one flying into Texas that was coming from O'Hare. I was the only one. So I flew there myself. We all met up at Baggage Claim in Houston Hobby. I can't remember if we were in, y'all know, like they got George Bush Airport and they got the shit in that. I think we met at Houston Hobby. Okay. Because we went to Beaumont, Texas. Okay, amen. Now, as soon as we get into the Baggage Claim, as soon as I see him, he got like this smirk on his face and shit. I'm like, hey, we talked about this. I was like, we good, right? He's like, oh, we good, sis, we good, blah, blah, blah. We get into the transport. Transport come get all of us. Get our bags, take us to the hotel. Right? We don't go to no hotel. Oh no, we go to somebody's house. Who the fuck house is this? Who the fuck house is this? Ah, that's my friend. He a doctor. Da, 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 da. Do you know Ricky Hughes? Yeah, he's a friend of Ricky Hughes. You know, I met people when I won who got jokes and, you know, da, da, da. Nigga, you said hotel. You said playing for fight and hotel. You said hotel. You didn't say nothing about no nigga's house. It's already Beaumont, Texas. We already here. And another mistake. But, you know, rookie mistakes, you learn, okay? I started comedy April 2006. This is April 2007. I've been in the game a year, all right? I think I flew out there with, like, what, $50 or something? You know? Rookie mistakes. And I'm like, okay, I don't even know where we at in Beaumont, Texas. Like, I don't even know where the fuck we at. And I'm like, okay, so what am I doing? I'm going to call and pay. Lyft didn't exist back then, y'all. I'm going to pay for a taxi. And then that's probably going to run. Because listen, I had never been to Beaumont, Texas before. And the ground transport that picked us up from the airport, oh, we was on that road for a minute. we was on a ride. So a taxi ride would have been real expensive. And this is before the show. I haven't been paid my show money yet. Which, what we agreed on before I left Chicago was $200. I'm the newest person on the show, so I'm getting paid the least. That's how it works. And I'm just like, yeah, okay, well, damn. I can't do nothing but agree to this shit. Like, I'm here now, you know? So I picked the room that had the bathroom with it, okay? And, you know, we ended up watching Dreamgirls on DVD. I was like, oh, I love this movie. This is my movie. I kept trying to make everything like sunshiny and buddy. Oh, I love this movie. It's my movie. He kept handing me drinks. Here, drink that. Here, drink that. Here, drink that. Mind you, I'm a bartender. So I was like, you know what? Give me that Bailey's. Bailey's ain't shit. Bailey's is basically buttercream liquor. It ain't shit. I was like, let me get that. He's like, oh, that's what you drink. That's what you know. Yeah, drink this, drink this, drink this, drink this. I just kept drinking Bailey's. Now it's showtime. Cool. We do the show, whatever. Thank you, good night. Woo! I got my money, right? The show went okay. It was all right. It wasn't one of my finer moments, but, I got through it. It was fine. I got my money. I saw him and Rodney, checking out the local action. Both of them was married. I don't give a fuck. And so I'm like, okay, cool. They got entertainment. I'm off the hook. So I thought. Oh, they got entertainment. Rodney goes and talks to his wife. This is a real story. I'm not capping for him. This is what he really fucking did. He goes off and he on the phone. He going to go talk to his wife. And so he was missing in action. Rodney was more my homeboy. I trusted Rodney. But Rodney wasn't around. Okay? He was like going to go, do the married. Hey, yeah, we got home and we da-da-da-da. And we kicking in, da-da-da-da. So now I'm with the doctor and Dawn. And, there was a swimming pool and a whirlpool or whatever. Hey, let's go get in the whirlpool. It ain't nobody but us. There was no other houses around and shit, nothing. And I'm like, there's nothing to do. And I'm like, nah, I think I'm good. Come on, man, I told you we good. I told you I ain't on that shit. What the fuck? I go get basketball. Clothes. I'm out there looking like a straight dude. Okay, I got my jersey. I'm wearing shorts. Nah, I wear nothing like this. I didn't buy my first bikini until 29. Isn't that cute? I was too ashamed to wear bikinis because I was told I was going to hell from my family. They told me I was going to hell if I wore bikinis because that's where, harlots and whores wear that. It took me to 29 to get past that condition and buy my first fucking bikini. Anyway, I digress. I'm 24 at this time. And I got I'm wearing straight hooper gear, y'all. Straight baller. Straight, through the leg. Straight, check. Hoop gear. Okay? Nothing sexy about it. At least I tried. It started out fine. And they were on one end of the pool. And I just kind of sat in the whirlpool. And I was sitting on the top with my legs dangling inside the little whirlpool. I wasn't in it. I was just sitting on top. He gets in the whirlpool eventually. And I'm just sitting there and they talking. Next thing I know, I'm feeling his hand inside my shorts. He's trying to finger me. I said, oh, wait a minute. I jumped back and knocked a wine glass over. The glass broke. I was like, oh, that's the end of the night. That is, yes. I'm so sorry. I broke that glass. Oh, I'm sorry. Check, please. I'm breaking glasses in this motherfucker. Okay? To this motherfucking day, I've thought of this moment so many fucking times. My biggest regret is not locking the door. After that happened, I should have went back to my room. I should have locked the fucking door. I didn't lock the door. And that's how that happened. So I'm coming in the room. Oh, I left out an important part. Oh my God, how did I do that? When we first got to the house, he had obviously been to that house many times. Obviously. It was new to me. I think it was new to Rodney, I'm not sure. But it was new to me. I've never been there. I've never been to Beaumont, Texas. I've never been there. But he had been there before. He had picked his room out. Within the first, he walked in, he's like, I got this room over here. Right? Just like that. Like that, right? Okay. I was looking around. I was like, oh, this one got a bathroom. I'm the lady. I should get the one with the bathroom. Nobody disagreed, whatever, that was my room, okay? I should lock the door. So I got my basketball clothes on and shit like that. It's the end of the night. I'm like, okay, fuck it. I don't know if I called Rail before or after. I'm not really clear. At some point, I feel like I called Rail. Because at this point, we weren't together. We broke up around Valentine's Day. But, Rail was my friend first. Before we started dating and trying to, try that other shit out, which was a waste of time because we're not compatible like that. We should have just stayed fucking friends. We were friends first. Okay? And at that time, with everybody in the comedy scene, Real was the one that knew me the most. We dated, you know what I mean? I knew his family, he knew my family. We're going to get to it a little later. But, my former best friend, the bitch I don't fuck with, she was keeping in contact with Real. That's how much he knew my people. You feel me? Okay. We was friends first. Real was trying to get back with his ex-girlfriend who he wrote the blind dime joke about. Because, that was, the one at that juncture in his life. That was the one that got away and all of this other shit. He was trying to get back with her. And he was fucking this bitch on the west side named Crystal. Okay? He had 2 bitches. I just want to make this clear. Okay, amen. But we were friends first. And so I at least felt like I could talk to her like a friend. Okay, amen. Should lock the fucking door. I go in that bathroom and I'm taking off all these like, wet clothes because I sat in the whirlpool and shit. And after I knocked the glass over, water, everything splashed. I'm changing to my night clothes. And it was like a movie, y'all. It was like I come out the bathroom, like, I brush my teeth, bathroom shit. The bathroom was like this, right? And when you open up the door, the bedroom is right here, okay? That shit was like a movie. I swear to God, I'm coming out the bathroom, the door moves and it opens wide and he's laying in the bed right there. It like reveals him laying in the bed right there. This nigga is butt ass naked. Naked. And I'm looking at him and I'm like, what the fuck you want? And he was a total different person. He wasn't all that joke, all that shit that he was trying to do. He turned into a whole different motherfucker. Like his face, his demeanor, everything was that face of, oh nigga, I know what I want. I know what I'm gonna do and you gonna give it to me. Like what? You could tell he did this before. His whole demeanor was different. He was sitting there, he was butt naked, and I'm like, what you doing? You know what I'm doing? Stop! You're lying. No, you're not. You know what I'm doing? He didn't smile at all. He wasn't. I was trying to be over the top. I was trying to be jokey. You know what I'm doing? No, I don't. No, I don't. What are you doing? And he was like, you know what I'm doing? And I was like, hey, you tripping. Like, why you tripping? I walk out the room. And I was like, I'm going to go stay in your room. Fuck that. Right? I go in the room that he picked to be his room. It's a little girl's room. I'm looking like, it got doll houses and shit in there. I'm like, and that's when the shit, like the feeling set in. I walked back in and I was like, you ain't had no intention of staying in there, did you? He was like, nope. Straight face. Like it was like talking to a killer. Like this, no. And I was like, I don't want this. He was like, you got a phone, you can call the police. Nigga, what? What? No one in my life has ever said that shit to me. Nobody. No, ain't nobody said it since either. I'm a whole different bitch now. I'm crazy now. Thanks to him. Nobody's ever said that shit to me since. I'm like, what? You got a phone? Got a police? I literally sat there for like, it happened, everything was happening so fast. And I literally sat there for like a half a second, like, where the fuck is my phone? Where? And I look, he's, okay, the bathroom door slides open, the bed's here. He's sitting there, he's butt-ass naked. He's here. My phone is plugged into the wall. I gotta go out the bathroom, around the wall. I gotta go around him to get my phone. In my mind, I played it out real quick. I was like, okay. I didn't say shit. I was doing all this like non-verbally. And I was looking at my phone and I was like, okay, I'm gonna call the police, but how long is it gonna take me to get there? I don't even know what is his address. I don't even fucking know where I'm doing all of this quickly. And he looking at me he was like, call him. It's like, and then I had like this look on my face. And I was just like, and I was like, I don't know. He was like, and then I was looking and all of a sudden I was about to cry. And I was just like, if I have to fight him for it, I'm never going to be the same. Like all this was happening at the same time. And I was like, if I have to fight him for it, I don't think I can deal with somebody fighting me for it. And so like, I looked at him and he's like, come on. And it didn't come back up until I started fucking Dion. But see, what I liked about Dion, and this is how I felt so attached to him for a long time, Dion was about action. Dion was about action. I hate Dion and shit. Dion used to be the drunk comic getting thrown out of clubs. And it used to be so embarrassing, y'all. It used to be hella embarrassing. Like, nigga, get your shit. Why are you like this? You know, like he used to be that. He's not that no more. But I was supposed to stay with Tiffany Haddish, who George used to come and stay at Tiffany's house. Now that I think about it, I forgot about it because they all did Who Got Jokes Together. That's how she met Rail and George. Rail went to stay with Tiffany. Rail was my boyfriend, by the way, at the time. And he was going to go stay with Tiffany. Everybody was going to go stay at Tiffany's. Like, you know, so Tiffany was like the Chicago comic outlet in LA, right, at the time. And she letting all these motherfuckers stay with her. I hit her up on MySpace because I through the grapevine, I kind of got to casually meet her or whatever. And Rail, you know, spoke so highly of her. And once again, Rail and I were friends first. He spoke so highly of her. And, you know, I kind of hit her like, yo, sis, you know, remember me? You know, I'm Aarona, I'm Rose girl, whatever. I'm trying to come to LA and see what that scene is like. Because at that point, I had already did Bay Area Black Comedy Competition. So I had my first taste of California with Oakland, and I loved it. But I wanted to see what LA be like. Because at that point, I had already did New York like 4 or 5 times. And, you know, New York was New York. New York was lit. But I wanted to see what LA be like. And like I said, Tiffany was like the gateway to LA. Hit her up on MySpace. It's good, yeah, okay. She did all that fake shit with me, y'all. I bought my ticket. And then when I called, you know, to let her know, okay, so I'm flying in, you know, just to give it she told me I could stay, right? I'm calling to give her the logistics. She don't answer. I never heard from her again, y'all. I never heard from her again. I got this ticket now. I done took this time off work, okay? Shout out to Cherie Moore. Even if she ever remembers the story. Like, God has blessed me with so many cool people throughout the scenes that even when my family wasn't shit, you know, he'd always send somebody. You know, Cherie was my coworker at Fridays. I ain't have a digital. This is when digital cameras first became a thing. I was vintage. You know what I'm saying? I had the little I'm a journalism major and shit. I had the little Canon Zoom, the camera with the film. I had black and white color film. The Rebel 3500X. Honey, I charged that on my little Best Buy charge card. Honey, it was a lit ass camera, but it wasn't digital. It was film. And she was like, you don't have no digital camera, girl. Take my camera. She's like, because I was going to London, and she was like, take lots of pictures. Take lots of pictures. You had you a ball. That's London. You know, we in Chicago and we doing our thing. She was like, but London's a big deal. You go and you do London. And she was just like hella supportive and shit. And you know, I took pictures and all of that. And MySpace was the thing back then. I still got the pictures. They on Facebook now. MySpace was the thing back then. I took pictures. I brought her camera back to her. Like, girl, thank you. She's like, did you have fun? Was it fun? She's like, see, it was dope. Shout out to Cherie Moore. We still Facebook friends, and she ain't one of the bullshit ones. She's not one of the bullshit ones. Shout out to Cherie. Anyway, fast forward the story. I go to LA, and Cherie was one of the people I was talking to. I was like, damn, I bought this ticket. This female comic told me I could stay with her. I don't know where the fuck I'm finna stay or whatever. She's like, well, who else you know? Who else you know? I was like, a few people, but I don't want to stay with them. I kind of want to stay with, because of what happened to me. I kind of want to stay with a woman, you know, whatever. So, there was a comic named Young Horace. He was younger. So I was like, I feel, because I was like, this is the way I was feeling, okay? I was like, he's a little younger. So I was like, if I had to, I know I could take that little nigga in a fight. I'll whoop his ass. Like, that's how I was feeling. I was in that. That's how I was feeling, okay? I know I could whoop his ass. But he was like, oh, gee, I can't help. I'm staying with my sister. I was like, oh, damn, okay. That's off the table. I wasn't really fucking with Vanessa by then because, like, you know, we was already having our differences. Like, the hateration was starting to show in her and shit. But, you know, we were still on talking terms at the time. And I tell Vanessa because I was trying to see if she knew anybody else. And she was a woman. I was trying to stay with a woman. Okay? She was like, well, you know, Deanna's out there. I was like, I ain't trying to stay with Deion. Deion been trying to get my draw since I've been here. Deion's not, she always do this shit. Deion's not like that. No, I'd be over there and I'd be topless. I mean, Deion is not to try anything. He's not like that. Blah, 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 blah. Bet you fucked Ice Cube. We all did barbershop too. Stop lying. Goddamn, you always do that.
I bet you fucked Ice Cube. We all did barbershop too. Stop lying. Goddamn, you always do that.
She always did that. And she was the motherfucker who, no, I don't, we don't. And then when you get around niggas, because, you know, I'm like a nigga sometimes, right? You get around the niggas and they talk that real, and you found out, oh, no, not only did she smash, you be like, bitch, why you got the tip? The fuck, bitch? You be finding out shit mad late. And see, also, that was another reason why motherfuckers was mad with me. Because since she was doing, you know, birds of a feather flock together, that type of shit, She was doing, oh, I must be on that. And it would be like when they got a different version, oh, fuck that bitch. Who the fuck? Bitch, you knew. You don't know how I work around here. That's how motherfuckers talk to me. Okay?
And I'm getting mighty tired of your trifling ways and of listening to that jackass Bray.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.